girls, Sister Wild here this week with primary singing time. And some of you may remember from Come Follow Me this week with your families that we've been learning about the army of Helaman and his 2,000 stripling warriors. And at first I thought, oh, well, we should learn or review Will Bring the World His Truth, which is what Sister Church taught you. It's a song Sister Church taught you a couple months ago. But what I decided to do instead is we'll share that singing time with you again in the description below this video on YouTube and in the email so that you can review that since Sister Church taught it to you so well. And instead we'll learn another song that kind of goes along with that. Because when I think of the stripling warriors, I think of them as missionaries. They're not missionaries in the sense that, as you see missionaries today, that they go into people's houses and teach lessons and maybe knock on doors trying to find people who want to learn about our church. The stripling warriors were missionaries in the sense that they were great examples, that they were examples of following the commandments and always having faith in God. And just like the stripling warriors, right now you're too young to go on a mission like the missionaries that you see in our ward or on the streets or in videos or anything like that. But that doesn't mean you can't be a missionary now, that you can be a missionary right now when you're young because you have a testimony. And so the song that we'll learn, just the first verse of today, is I Want to Be a Missionary Now, so that it can be a reminder to you that you can be a missionary now, just like the stripling warriors were. And how we're going to learn it is we're going to use a cup, so you're going to need a cup. A plastic cup would probably be best, and it will help us learn the beat to the song. And so I'll go over the actions to learn the beat with the cup and then also the words. So start off with, just to get the beat down, what we'll do is you'll go clap and then hit the cup 3 times. So clap, 1, 2, 3. So clap, 1, 2, 3. And then after you hit the cup 3 times, so clap, 1, 2, 3, clap again, and then pick up your cup and slide it over. And if you are doing this with your family, you can sit in a circle, and when you slide the cup over, what you would actually do is pass the cup to the person next to you, and then the person over here would pass their cup to you, and you can pass it around in a circle. Or if you're just doing it by yourself, you don't have to pass the cup. So again, just to review, so you'll have the cup sitting down, and you go clap, 1, 2, 3, clap, pick up the cup and move it. And if you're by yourself, you can just move it a little bit over like that, and then you'll repeat it, and you go clap, 1, 2, 3, clap, move your cup, like that. So how that goes with the words is, it's I want to be a, wait, I messed up. I want to be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. And so you notice that after I move the cup, I'm kind of resting a little bit because it's a longer note. So again, so the words are I want to be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. So I want to be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. And then it says, I want to share the gospel while I'm young. And we're still just going to keep repeating the same beat. I want to share the gospel while I'm young, for I have a testimony of my own. Okay, so let's try that from the beginning. I want to be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. I want to share the gospel while I'm young, for I have a testimony of my own. Okay, let's do it one more time. This might be a little tricky, but I know that you can do it. And it will get even trickier with the music, because the music, since I don't have a piano here in my home, is kind of fast, but it can be a little game to try to keep up with the music. And if you don't want to sing it with the music, you can just sing it with your voices, and you could make a game of it by trying to speed up every single time and sing it faster and stick with the beat. So again, we'll just do it talking it through, and then we'll try it with the music. So, I want to be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. I want to share the gospel while I'm young, for I have a testimony of my own. Okay, let's give it a try with the music. I will turn it on my computer and we'll see how it goes.
I want to be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. I want to share the gospel while I'm young, for I have a testimony of my own.
Okay, so that's kind of speedy. So we're going to, before I do it with the music again, go over it again, and I'm going to point out what words we should be doing when we're picking up the cup. So again, I want to be a missionary now. So on now, you should be picking up the cup. So I want to be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. So I'm grown. So now you should be picking up the cup, and grown, you should be picking up the cup. I want to share the gospel. So on gospel, you should pick up the cup. The gospel while I'm young. Clap on young. For I have a testimony of my own. So on own again. So again, to review, so you should be picking up the cup on the words now, grown, gospel. So this part with the gospel is kind of tricky. So you say gospel, pick up the cup, and then clap on the gospel while I'm young. So clap on young. For I have a testimony of my own. And you should move the cup again. So let's try it again with the music. Okay, here we go.
I want to be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. I want to share the gospel while I'm young, for I have a testimony of my own.
Okay, let's do it one more time. And if you want to learn the other words to the other verses, they're also really good, that they talk about things that you can do to be a missionary. So things like you can tell your friends about the church and how happy it makes you. Tell them about how the gospel is restored and things like that. And all of this, if you're doing it while you're young, will prepare you to be a missionary when you're older, and you can actually be called on a mission from the church and get sent somewhere in the world to teach people, just like our missionaries in our ward got called from their homes to come and teach us and our friends here in Los Angeles area about the gospel. So let's try it again one more time with the music.
I want to be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. I want to share the gospel while I'm young, for I have a testimony of my own.
Okay, I know that is kind of a little bit of a tricky thing, but hopefully you can kind of turn it into a little bit of a game to do with your family. But just know that we love and miss you tons. And again, also don't forget to watch that video that Sister Church did a while back about the We'll Bring the World as Truth, which mentions the armies of Helaman. That would also be a great thing to watch this week to go along with Come Follow Me. But we love you and miss you and hope you're staying safe.